Hey!
Hey!
I'm Shane, this is Noah.
Hi.
We're here to talk about
comics and
nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so you want to get started? We're going to talk about Jurassic World breaking records.
Whoa.
Thoughts?
I mean, it's weird because Jurassic Park 3, do you know the figures that movie made? I can bring it up. It was really...
Did it make a lot?
No.
What about Jurassic Park 2?
It made... Okay, well, Jurassic Park...
What about Jurassic Park 1? What about T-Rex Jurassic Park Origins? The prequel film.
Honestly, a lot of people would pay to see that just because they love the original T-Rex.
What about Jurassic First Class? Wait.
I want to see a T-Rex in that outfit, actually.
In the green and blue? the blue and yellow? You should. Okay, so look up Jurassic.
My legs!
Oh, so what do you think about... What did Jurassic 3 make? It made pitiful amounts of money?
It opened to $50 million, I think.
Is that not a lot?
It made
I would love $50 million.
Shut up! It's a Hollywood blockbuster. It's supposed to make more than that. It opened to $50 million, and it ended its run before hitting $200 million domestically.
Okay.
Jurassic World made 208.3, I think. 208 point something million in one weekend.
What do you think it deserved to break the record?
Yeah,
and obviously you love
Jurassic people.
Movies.
Do you want to know why some people don't like this movie?
No.
This is okay. No, they watch the trailers and they think, "Oh, it looks like an action shitfest. When I go see this movie, I'm gonna rip on it." And so they find things like, "Oh, that line of dialogue was shit. Therefore, this movie is shit."
You know what? And we'll get to this in a review. I just wanted to say something about the dialogue, which is that I don't think it's that good.
I don't think it's.
I don't think it's that good. I think the first Jurassic Park was better in that regard 1,000 times. But there's very generic. Anyways, we'll get to this in the review. We're not there yet.
Yeah, but I do think that the only reason that not even a lot, the critics actually, for the majority of critics like this movie. The people who don't like this movie went into this movie not wanting to like it. They went into this movie not wanting to like it.
Yeah, that's true. I would say that.
Because they see a trailer and they go, "Oh, this movie looks like shit." So when they go and see it and it ends up not being shit, they can't come to terms with that.
I went into Mad Max Fury Road not really wanting to like it, kind of thinking it was just going to be an action shit fest, and which it kind of was, but it was awesome.
Do you think it's an overrated shit movie though?
Yeah, maybe a little overrated because people are super excited about it.
It's extremely overrated.
You're not super into it.
I thought it was awesome, but
it was a great movie. But people are very overrated. In a couple years, people are going to be like.
Honestly, it was vastly overrated because it's a feminist movie.
Oh shit!
No, people are. No, I'm not saying I don't hate women or anything, but people are really into that nowadays.
I hate women. Women suck. Dude, let's talk about how women suck. No,
Sorry, you were sucking off Jean earlier.
That has nothing to do with that. That's totally unrelated, but yeah.
No, I think that it's a common thing to be politically correct right now, which for better or worse, depending on who you are.
No, I think you're right about that.
And so because it was such a feminist movie, although it is kind of fucked up on their part. I think
it's just kind of awesome. The blind guitar player with the flamethrower.
Honestly, that's why the movie
was fine.
Dialogue and action can only get you so far, but when you got a character like that,
that's what it was.
He's the Jeff Goldblum of that movie.
Jeff Goldblum is the Jeff Goldblum of everything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's Jeff Goldblum. What an idiot thing to say. What a dumb thing.
Okay, what's next? What's next?
All right. Let's see. Let me look at my book. Peter Parker casting. Tom Holland, Charlie Rowe. Pull up a picture of Charlie Rowe right now.
Okay.
Because let me pull it up. Let me pull it up on my phone.
Okay, you know what? To those people on Reddit, fuck all of you. Dylan O'Brien is not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Deal with that shit. He would be a great Spider-Man. He would be a great Spider-Man.
Okay. Yeah. He looks like Spider-Man.
And he's got the voice.
I didn't see Maze Runner because I'm not a 12-year-old girl. So I don't know what he's like. Charlie Rowe. Yeah, he looks like Spider-Man too.
He looks kind of like Dylan O'Brien, actually.
The Tobey Maguire one? No, he looks like Spider-Man. as well as Tom Holland. Look, they're both fine.
Tom Holland
just
and Charlie
pick one.
Brown?
Yeah, he just showed me a picture, or not a picture, a
video
of
Tom Holland doing his own stunts.
And also he's got like pretty.
He's got big ass arms.
He's
got the
especially
Spider-Man
for like
build.
a skinny guy. He's got pretty big arms.
Which Spider-Man
which is basically what you want. So sure, pick Tom Holland.
Yeah, I think Tom Holland is obviously the safest choice.
It's fine, yeah.
Well, Dylan O'Brien would be the safest choice.
Now that we decided that, what's next? Green Goblin casting. What do you think?
Norman Osborn casting.
What? Why cut that?
Because people are fucking tired of Green Goblin. But they're not tired of Norman Osborn.
We can argue about this all day. As a Spider-Man villain, they're not tired of Norman Osborn as Green Goblin. Anyway,
that's true.
You gotta do Green Goblin at some point, because fuck Harry is Green Goblin.
He is Spider-Man's Joker.
Yeah, well, yeah. And the Joker...
Honestly, I think...
And you don't like him that much.
Who?
Green Goblin?
I love Green Goblin.
Really?
Yeah.
But you're more of a Venom guy.
Well...
See, Green Goblin's like one of my favorite Spider-Man villains.
I think... Well, yeah, he's
probably
one of mine
Dr. Octopus is my favorite.
I think Venom is such a classic villain because when you do... characters that are polar opposites of a character, they're usually really fucking boring.
Yeah,
but Venom was a really, really good representation of that. And so he's
so popular that he got his own comic as like an anti-hero and like 1,000 spawns off of him. Which, by the way,
none of which are as good. Although Carnage is pretty cool.
Carnage is fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got sick of him.
Yeah. He's fucking crazy. People say the Joker.
Did you read the Deadpool versus Carnage?
Yeah, I have that on my phone actually.
That's awesome.
It was. Yeah.
That's not what this is about.
Okay, but anyway, Carnage is cool.
All right.
Venom is cooler.
Great. Now that we've decided. Oh,
wait, we didn't even.
No, but Matthew McConaughey is rumored for the role. That's the only one I've heard is rumored for the role. I don't think anyone else.
Can do. I guess.
Let's talk about who we might want in the role.
You know, honestly, would you even? I wouldn't mind a race change for
the Osborns. Who cares? As long as he's green in the end. Right? I don't care if he's black.
It's fucking racist, Shane. Yeah. What the fuck? I wasn't even talking about black. I meant like a Cajun guy. I'm sorry. A French
a Cajun guy? Shut up.
I'm kidding.
There's no rich Cajuns. You're an idiot.
We're going to get in trouble.
We put each other down a lot.
No, but...
Matthew McConaughey, sure. I think he shouldn't do his Texas accent if he's going to do it, which is his whole shtick. But, I think...
I wouldn't actually mind it as long as he toned it down.
Yeah,
just don't make him from Texas. He can keep the accent. We can deal with the repercussions later.
Slightly, yeah. He looks enough because nobody.
He can he can pull off the part.
Yeah,
like he's that guy.
We know nobody's gonna be as goblin looking as Willem Dafoe. Matthew McConaughey, kind of when he gets thin though, he looks like an old Native American woman.
William.
But
we're sorry, William. Willem.
We're sorry. Yeah. We're sorry they put that gay-ass motorcycle helmet on your face.
And the rest of your body.
Covered your perfect goblin face up with a stupid goblin.
I hated seeing your mouth through that little fucking hole, by the way.
Right.
Fuck you for that. Fuck you for allowing that.
How does Spider-Man not know it's...
He's got the voice! He sounds the same!
He's the only one with that voice in the entire universe.
Then again, how the fuck does the Green Goblin not know that's Tobey Maguire is Spider-Man?
Because they're both... It's the tale of two superpowered people with Down syndrome. It's just...
It's funny. He's always thought Tobey Maguire kind of looks like he has Down syndrome. I kind of thought that.
You're gonna get sued. Tobey Maguire's a vengeful little bitch. So yeah,
that video with him like freaking out on somebody next to his car?
No.
It was like a Justin Bieber video. It was fucking funny.
That's hilarious.
Tobey Maguire's a stocky little fuck. He probably beat the shit out of us.
Dude,
about this podcast.
He's ripped as shit as Spider-Man. I don't know if he's.
The first movie, he goes, change.
Right.
Big change!
And then,
You think May would come in like, are you doing drugs? What the fuck do you mean change?
Instead, she just came in and almost caught his ejaculation metaphor all over his room. That's ridiculous, by the way. And probably one of the best parts of the first one, in my opinion.
Yeah. That first movie was actually pretty good.
Who else do you think could play Norman Osborn?
I said the race thing because I was going to pull someone up. Danny Glover.
Too old. You know what I mean? Like he's too feeble now.
Yeah, you're right.
I want someone sinister but charismatic, and I think
in his 40s or 50s
could probably pull that off.
McConaughey, yeah, honestly, he's the best choice I've heard. I can't really think of anybody else.
It's the only choice I've heard.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard some like fan castings because I'm a fucking nerd, but
it can't be Tommy Lee Jones because. Well, first of all, he's too old. No, but they based his appearance in the Dark Avengers comic off that. Love Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
That's why his nose is so fucking bulbous. Sorry, Tommy.
No, you're not.
I know you listen to us. I'm sorry. I know you already know about us.
Okay, so what else? Okay, what's next? Was that it?
Okay, yeah, I get.
Okay,
but wait. So it's kind of late on this, but we're gonna talk about the Batmobile showing up on the Suicide Squad. The filming of
the
Joker.
Batmobile didn't.
Yeah, it did.
It did?
Yeah, they were filming a chase sequence between Batman and the Joker, and then let's pull up those pictures.
You're right.
Pull up those pictures right now.
Yeah, I remember.
Pull them up so we can look at them. So the Joker, will it fuck it up if I look up pictures on the computer?
No.
Okay. So the pictures show Batman in his Batmobile chasing the Joker and Harley Quinn in a pimped out Lamborghini. It's like
I see it.
It's like magenta purple with like gold line.
Yeah. I know the.
And it's got like a
Joker's car.
J on it. It's pretty sweet. I like the Joker's car. It's got like ground effects.
Huh.
Yeah. So,
that Batmobile honestly.
and then it shows like Batman on the back of the Lamborghini, like as though he jumped onto the back of the Joker mobile. But
no, I'm not. I'm gonna be upfront and honest. I'm not a huge fan of DC.
okay, that's fine.
No, but I will admit that I'm kind of excited for the Suicide Squad.
Dude, I'm very excited for this
because it's cool.
Because look, I think DC's got some great properties, but they don't always use them in the best ways. Green Lantern.
Oh my God.
That's the
Catwoman
trump card. That's not even based off anything. I don't know why that's.
Why was that called Catwoman?
Because she's a cat. She's got cat powers.
She had actual cat powers.
Let's not mention that. Just cries of pain. Okay. Where was I before? I was screaming.
I didn't even like The Dark Knight Rises, honestly.
I've heard Deathstroke is going to show up in Suicide Squad.
Huh.
I've heard this from the internet.
He better look fucking cool, because Deathstroke looks cool as shit.
And, like, this guy, I forget his name. Fuck.
I wish Deathstroke was a Marvel character. He would fit in that universe.
Deadpool makes a joke in one of the comics. He says, I have a cousin from another universe.
He says that multiple times.
Does he really?
Yes, he's always talking about Deathstroke.
Well,
you don't read Deadpool, do you?
Not much. No.
Yeah.
Because
Nathan never shuts the fuck up about it.
It's for like 12-year-olds who are just getting into gore and comic books.
Yeah.
In my opinion, like, and
some people like Deadpool.
I like a little bit of Deadpool.
Some people legit like Deadpool because he's their favorite character. They like his qualities. But a lot of people just like Deadpool because he's funny as shit. That's not a reason to like a character.
And it's easy to put his logo on a fucking t-shirt and walk around.
Honestly.
Like a fucking dick.
No, because then they'll be like, oh, cool Spider-Man shirt.
Fucking idiots.
I know. Oh, God. Anyway, no, but if you want a funny character with more good stories.
This is just us hating on people.
I like Deadpool, but I think a lot of people like him for the wrong reasons. They like him because, other people like Deadpool, so I'm going to like Deadpool.
Same with Batman, though. Like, a lot of people like Batman.
Fuck Batman's popularity.
Dude, Batman, we're not going to get into this right now.
Batman's
I'm not doing this in front of them.
All I heard was swing.
Right. So yeah, Suicide Squad, I'm really excited for it.
I think it's cool that they're using villains as a focus point. Sinister Six was going to do that, but it was obviously going to suck.
Yeah, God. And,
I was really excited for that Aunt May spin-off spy movie. I'm really upset that didn't go through.
Oh God, that was one of my most anticipated films.
That would have been even.
So many letters.
That would have been even cooler. Yeah, asking for them to keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been even cooler than that scene in The Lost World whenever she
kicks the
gymnastic or that scene Alan in Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, those are great scenes.
Those are great scenes.
By the way, being sarcastic, all of those fucking suck.
Yeah, I was like, are we being kind of okay? And then you did the Velociraptor gymnastic scene, so I was like, yeah, we are. Okay, good.
Yeah. No, because what? Aunt May's would be fucking retarded.
Good. I'm glad we agree.
Everybody agrees on that, Shane.
If there's someone who doesn't agree,
we don't fucking want your views.
Email him. Tell him. Or don't. Just
email
don't.
Sony.
If you're an insane person who just writes like reviews on Amazon and then kills yourself
for products of other movies, here's my movie review on the Spider-Man toy.
You're an idiot. All right, next up. All right, Actually, no, that's it. News. All right, news is done.
All right.
All right.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World. All right.
All right. Let's give let's give a synopsis. The synopsis of what we thought.
So, what I thought?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought dialogue.
God, that movie sucked ass. No, I'm kidding.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. We both liked it.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Both liked it.
Spoiler
bit,
alert.
actually.
We should put a spoiler alert. We both like it.
We are going to go into spoilers in this video, by the way, so click out.
Yeah,
if you,
click out. Or just keep listening if you
I mean, if you're a fucking idiot and you don't like quality cinema, then...
Quality cinema.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Alright. I liked it. I thought the dialogue had a lot to be desired in some places, like especially at the beginning where it's kind of like an awkward start.
Yeah, it is kind of an awkward start.
And also,
got
divorce storyline didn't really need it, but it's also realistic because there are other things going on in people's lives.
That's a good point. People complain about that, but that's a good point. And that's a little because
Yeah.
the whole thing is universe building without doing what Marvel is
Because
doing.
yeah, exactly. Not everything has to pertain to the plot. Like in real life, a lot of shit doesn't pertain to maybe the main thing that's going on in your life.
I mean, it's like you're having sex and a fucking notification comes up.
and then a velociraptor comes in.
No, Shane, God fucking damn. I'd be fucking stoked if I was having sex in a velociraptor. That's like 2 in 1.
You're a dumb man.
No, I don't mean I would go and fuck the velociraptor.
That's not what I was talking about.
Okay, cool. Because I was like, we're on 2.
Why did you go there? Right now? I bet you're gonna get whatever.
No, but I mean, like, you're having sex or something, and all of a sudden you get a notification and your favorite football team won. Those aren't related, but they're still cool. I mean, they still happen.
Right. That
was a horrible analogy. I'm sorry, but I'm just
that's a good thing to happen, though. I don't really... I'm not a big sports guy.
Well, neither am I, but it's an example.
Bad example.
But I mean, that's true. I will admit.
All right.
But no, the divorce thing, it's just something to add a little bit of a...
Texture.
Yeah, it's a
Texture.
It's a little sauce on the entree.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
With what I said. I agree with what I said.
Hey, say it.
Yeah. Right
No.
on.
Dude, yeah.
That's
No,
what
but...
it's about. Still my turn.
Yeah.
No, you can say what you were
No,
going to say.
I think the people give the dialogue too much shit. I mean, it's not horrible.
Yeah. No. I think at the beginning it's pretty horrible, but
it's
gets better.
awkward.
It progressively gets better the more information you get, because there's not much to go.
Yeah, it's not that it's actually bad. It's just that it doesn't do a good job of explaining why things are happening the way they are.
What about the general idea?
The plot?
Yeah, like so. Those of you that
cool.
don't know, if you're still watching this and you haven't seen the movie, that's fine. Make your own decisions. You're an adult.
Well,
probably not. The general outline. You've seen the trailer. Like
that's true.
So the general outline is that on this same island, Isla Nublar.
Yeah.
Nublar.
Yeah,
I butchered that.
Yeah, whatever.
They've come
We've had
back.
the park running for 10 years.
InGen, I guess, has come
Not
back.
InGen.
Not InGen.
InGen was acquired by Maserati Corporation.
Okay.
InGen actually.
You know a lot about.
No, hold on. Let me explain this whole thing. It actually says it in the movie. If you pay attention. I was wondering what happened.
I know it's in the movie, but it's
InGen became more military
yeah.
oriented, and Maserati took over the whole science department of InGen. So it's not really InGen anymore, but it's still under that name.
The science department's basically just constructed of that really sinister
Henry Wu
Asian guy.
He's not really even.
I like that he cracked. Like, because he's not an evil guy in the first one. But
he's not an evil guy.
He's kind of like
even in this movie, he's not. He just
but there's kind of a sinister element to him. Like maybe he goes kind of nuts with power in a way.
I don't know.
But that's for
the whole idea is that the park has been. People say this bullshit where they're like, it has 20,000 visitors a day. Why do they need to make this do that? The park. It explicitly states the park opened with 90,000 visitors. That's a $70,000 drop. They need to get their shit together. They're gonna do something drastic.
Yeah.
Just adding a Giganotosaurus or another big dinosaur isn't gonna bring back 70,000 people. But adding a super predator,
a new scary.
Obviously
monster.
it's stupid, but this is a giant corporation.
And also, would you really want to watch like a Jurassic World movie where everything went right?
No. Actually, hold on, maybe.
Just like, that's
that's
pretty cool.
I would watch a documentary of it.
Yeah, if it was real.
Yeah. Not even. Like, let's say, because this is a universe, remember that. They're very in tune with real life.
I think that...
What if they made an interview that was supposed to be an interview not an interview, a documentary that was supposed to be a
old
documentary
footage
of the park
with
for
old,
the movie.
Yeah, with like old footage of Hammond talking
Yeah,
about his
yeah.
original idea. Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
all right, I'd watch that.
Yeah,
because I'm a
that'd be pretty
fucking nerd. I'd watch that.
Dude, most people would watch that. They just want to see Rexy fuck shit up again.
So I've got a couple things.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about the plot synopsis. Basically,
Plot synopsis.
yeah,
You can get it out faster.
attendance has fallen.
They've constructed a new park, Jurassic World, which is like bigger. It's like a resort,
and it's very
with a bunch
serious
of
with its
dinosaurs,
safety.
which is weird because it's like a zoo, and zoos suck. If you've
In
ever
the
been
words
to zoo,
of Samuel L. Jackson, they had all the problems of.
hold on to your butts.
They had all the. We knew you were going to say that. They have all the problems of an amusement park and a zoo.
Did he say that?
Yes, something like that.
Recently?
No.
Was he
in
just
the
like
first
in an
movie?
interview-
He said that.
Was he just like in an interview for Age of Ultron, and they were like,
Shane,
what goes on in this? And he's like,
Shane, Brenda, people are ashamed of you.
and he's like, whatever.
No, but anyway, so they end up making a new hybrid dinosaur. And now, granted, they explained this in the movie. They didn't want it to be super dangerous with all this crazy stuff in it.
But then
they didn't know.
But they added attributes.
But honestly,
so you have to. It comes with attributes. Certain
and it
attributes
breaks out. It fucks shit up.
When you genetically engineer a dinosaur and you add like
cuttlefish and snake,
cuttlefish and snakes to
and
it,
frog
DNA, it's gonna be conflicted on what it's supposed
I
to
like
do.
that they stated. Claire was like, "It's the base genome of a T-Rex. Everything else, honestly, I have no fucking clue."
Right? Why doesn't she know? Like
I don't even know.
What an idiot!
Why
Why
I don't understand.
They shouldn't let that.
As a paleontology enthusiast, what I don't actually understand is it's got the base genome of a T-Rex. It obviously does not have the bite force of one.
Okay.
I'm just saying this.
Okay.
No. I'm saying it. Look at its head. It doesn't look like a T-Rex.
No, yeah, T-Rex heads are like obnoxiously large.
And it's not that it wasn't large. It's just that they're very round and
it was pretty big. It was like
it was
flat on
you know
both
what
sides.
It looked like? It looked
like an Allosaurus, like a big Allosaurus, right?
like a Giganotosaurus or something like that.
Which is actually, if you go, it doesn't say it in the movie, but
it says it on the website.
Yeah, it says on the website.
It says it's got like
It's
Giganotosaurus, Carnotaurus, not Carnotaurus, Majengosaurus.
I think it does have. Oh no, because Majengosaurus also has horns, right?
Yeah, no, it does get them from Carnosaurus. It's just that
yeah, whatever.
It's just that you wouldn't think that it would completely. It literally has the body and legs of a T-Rex, and everything else is nothing like it, which is strange.
Yeah,
like the bite, the head, nothing is like it, which is it's weird. So yeah,
what? So I had I-Rex written down, but did you like the I-Rex overall?
Yeah.
I did too.
I like that it looked. Here's what I thought.
I liked that it scared me a couple times. Not like I'm an adult, so I didn't get scared.
No, but
really,
it was a little creepy.
But it was creepy, and like in an insidious way. Not like, oh, that's creepy, but like it gets in your head a little bit.
Yeah, like
and
that.
Also,
it shouldn't be there.
I like how it like slowly rippled into view, and it was clearly there.
Yeah.
Like a chameleon. Like it wasn't like invisible like Predator,
Yeah.
and then a curtain fell, and it was like, I'm here. Like.
No, but. This is what I thought. If someone,
a cuttlefish, not a chameleon.
Hold on. Whenever same fucking thing. Whenever actually no.
It's not the same
let's
thing.
okay.
You're wrong.
No, what I liked. That you tell me if you agree. If you watch the movie from beginning to end and you compare it with the other dinosaurs, it looks unnatural, right?
Yeah, it looks more like a reptile.
No, it looks unnatural. But if you walk into the movie halfway through and you see that, you're gonna think it's a real dinosaur.
You think people are gonna walk into a movie theater and think
no.
that's a dinosaur?
No.
Let's say
we're watching it on Blu-ray or something,
Okay,
and like your mom walks in.
That's true. Blu-ray is pretty realistic. Might think it's
No, just shut up. No, I mean, and they walk in, they're gonna think that's a species that actually existed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It looks like it could have been a real dinosaur, but at the
Sure.
same time, if you don't know, it doesn't look natural.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a good.
Yeah.
balance
No, I think that is a good.
It had osteoderms. They obviously put crocodile DNA in that thing too.
Yeah, I noticed.
Why would that
too.
ever be a good idea?
I don't know. They're really dumb over there at Jurassic World.
Well,
Like,
don't even say them. It was just Henry Wu and his team.
what an idiot. What a dumb. Henry Wu, you're a dick.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Wu.
The actor's actually a really cool person.
Yeah,
so
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. All right, so yeah, we like Jurassic World. If you,
But fuck you, whatever your name is. Probably Young something.
that's just fucking racist. Okay. Anyway, no, the movie,
Martin Wu.
and it's not a turn your brain off and you might enjoy it movie because the movie had some substance to it.
Maybe at the beginning.
Well, yeah,
And
but once
then-
you get in,
You have to pay attention to all these facts. Like there's cuttlefish DNA in this
stop.
thing.
You don't have to pay. Okay, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, no, and We haven't even talked about the finale yet.
Did you like that the Raptors, the whole subplot of the Raptors being trained?
They did a really good job.
I thought it was kind of unnecessary that they went into that much depth, and also it doesn't make much sense that Chris Pratt, he's like from the Navy, and he was hired by Engine. First of all, how does being in the Navy qualify you to train dinosaurs? I don't know. But he did a good job. He did a good job.
I mean, obviously, Blue was fucking cool.
He was probably
I was emotionally attached to both Blue and Rexy.
Yeah. Oh, you know what else they did that was good?
Yeah.
You do know?
No, I realized I said that.
I was kind of... This is unrelated from the Raptors plot. We're going to get back to that. But they kind of, like... Anyone can die in this movie. You never feel like anyone's safe. The only people you feel like are safe are the two boys and the main girl, Claire, and
Owen.
And Owen, Chris Pratt's character.
People complain about that.
Which is fair, because, dude, you're not going to kill one of those 4 people. I mean, you could.
But you're not going to.
You're not going to, because it's also kind of for kids or whatever. But I felt like no one's safe here. Like, there are dinosaurs.
I was actually rather surprised when Masrani died.
Oh,
when
yeah.
The helicopter, I was like, oh shit, I didn't see that
liked
coming.
that dude too. I thought he was like the first.
I thought he was gonna be. I thought he was
gonna
be Hammond from. Have you read the novel where he's evil and stuff?
Oh, really?
I thought he was gonna in the because you know that clip where he says.
I like the first couple chapters of the novel.
Yeah,
it was good. It was a library book.
You know that scene when he's looking at the glass and you didn't tell me it would be white. And he's like, yeah. It's terrifying. Oh, it's magnificent. It's fantastic.
I think he's just eccentric. I think.
Yeah, I liked him. They did a lot of things in the trailers out of context. When they showed that, it made him look evil, but he was not evil at all in the movie. He was actually pretty.
I know. I thought he was going to be the bad guy.
He was pissed off
because he plays a similar. Irfan Khan, the actor, plays a similar role in Spider-Man, but he's a dick in the Amazing Spider-Man.
He plays a good dick. He also plays a good.
But he's only there for like 5 minutes.
Let's not get into that. Anyway,
yeah, let's not review. The Amazing Spider-Man.
But yeah, he was. Honestly, their villain was not great. Vic Hoskins, played by
Vincent
D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah, I liked Vincent D'Onofrio. I thought he was fine. I'm glad.
He was fine, but as a villain,
I thought that was a realistic moment where it kind of paused. Also, do those raptors ever get full? Do they ever get tired of eating?
No,
people?
They state in the first movie they kill for sport too.
Oh right, because that's why
he doesn't even eat him,
and that's what's revealed is like maybe that's one of the traits the Indominus got.
Well, that's also because it's a fucking sociopath.
You're right.
Which I like.
But also, yeah, you're right. But it could come from the Velociraptor.
Yeah, obviously some of it did.
And obviously it could talk, even though it had never met another dinosaur before.
Well, they have a natural language.
Yeah.
So birds have that too, which, dinosaurs and whatnot. We won't get into that. Anyway, so, yeah.
But that's why parrots can say English words, because they're just mimicking.
What? That would be badass if dinosaurs... It would look really dumb, but that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
it'd sound dumb because I got that high ass voice.
It'd
T-Rex, and it'd be like,
high voice?
"Hi, have you seen parrot? They don't talk deep. I mean, they're not like a.
They're balls. Caesar from Rise of the Planet of the Apes was
that
was a good animal voice, though.
Anyway, yeah, no, it was the Indominus Rex was the real villain, and they did a damn good job making you hate the shit out of that thing.
Yeah,
I fucking hated that.
And
also,
thing but you understand it, and you're never like
it wasn't.
I like how it's I like it's never its fault, but you don't feel any sympathy for it, which a lot of people try and sympathize with their villains. You shouldn't always do that.
Yeah, sometimes it's got to be
some
a hard
people
killer.
Pull it off. Like I think in Daredevil they pull it off with Vincent D'Onofrio's
Dude, what
Kingpin.
the fuck are you talking about? I was so connected to him.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think they pulled it off.
Oh yeah.
I think they did.
I thought you meant he was like cold-hearted. I was like, no, dude, I fucking.
And he is cold-hearted at some level.
Yeah, well,
but you still connect with him.
Smashes the shit out of that guy's head.
Like decapitates him. Anyways.
Oh god. But they did a good job at making you really despise that creature.
Yeah, you really despise it, and you understand it, but you don't sympathize with it.
Yeah, like most if you
because you're just afraid of it.
Yeah, like in the original movie, you felt kind of bad for the raptors when they got killed by Rexy.
Right, and
even though they were the main antagonists. By the way, fun fact: they were the main antagonists. It was not the T-Rex.
No, the T-Rex.
It's kind of an anti-hero.
Spielberg even says he's like the hero of the movie.
Yeah, he's the anti-hero.
All he's really doing is like
she.
Yeah,
It's a girl.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
It's true.
Yeah, but whatever.
Okay, yeah.
But you fucked me up. No, but she.
She's not subconscious. She's not
evil. I feel like she is not evil. She's
the most animalistic carnivore they have.
Yeah,
honestly,
she's the most realistic, right?
Think about it. She's the one that hunts for food and nothing else.
When the electric fence goes down, it feels dangerous, but it doesn't feel. It feels like it would be like, What's going on?
And then, it's kind of curious. They did a good job at making it not as smart as a raptor, but still obviously intelligent.
Yeah, you're right. They struck a good balance with that. They strike good balance.
They really do, man.
They did a good job.
These guys at Universal know their shit.
Good job.
Actually, they really don't. Their dinosaurs are inaccurate as fuck, but we'll get into that another day. Their T-Rex is actually not that inaccurate.
Oh, I've got a thing for you.
Huh.
That I'm
plot
sure
hole?
someone else... The plot hole,
Yeah, you said...
There's a plot
You came
hole.
up with a plot hole.
All right. So, the thing for the dinosaurs is... And I'm sure you'll find a way to fix this.
Okay, whatever.
You're good at gluing back together plot
Okay,
holes
whatever.
for Jurassic World. So the thing for the dinosaurs is they're clones from DNA found in mosquitoes trapped in amber.
How'd they get the Mosasaurus?
Yes! How'd they get the mosasaur?
Yeah, I thought of that too. I honestly don't know.
They didn't, because it's a reptile, so they could just reverse engineer a monitor lizard, which is actually a close relative of it.
Yeah, I was thinking
It's not
they
a dinosaur.
probably got... They actually have another Mosasaur creature in the Jurassic Park universe. Have you ever heard of Jurassic Park the game? It's like a point-and-click game. It's a point-and-click game.
No.
Well, it's an actual part of the movie canon. Like, it happened.
So what dinosaurs?
It's a... Not dinosaur. It's a Mosasaur. It's a Tylosaurus.
Oh, okay. That's
It
smaller,
actually
though.
existed, but it was whenever Isla Nublar got napalmed afterwards. By the way, yeah, so... It's kind of weird to me because when that entire first movie was going on, the Tylosaurus was there.
Yeah.
It was just hidden because it was top secret. Some of the staff didn't even know about it. But anyway, that has nothing to do with Jurassic World.
Samuel L. Jackson, he didn't know shit.
He really...
He did a good job until his black hand fell on that lady's shoulder.
That was a good scene.
That was
creepy. Yeah, man, the Raptors were freaky
I
back
recently
then.
watched that movie again
So did I,
after Jurassic World.
Yeah, you felt like you had to, right?
I was like, yeah.
wow.
I was like, I probably missed some
Fuck
references.
the third
even.
one, though.
Yeah, and I didn't know that the T-Rex in the movie, when I watched it, I didn't know that...
That it was the same T-Rex?
'Cause
Could you tell afterwards?
Yeah, because
Same
the
colors.
scars and
Yeah.
the same colors. But also, why would it be? Because, I mean, I get that it's a little older in Jurassic World, and it would probably still be alive.
Yeah.
But why would they let one that's been running around wild around an island?
Because it's... I'm thinking it's more... They got it 10 years ago.
Right.
Remember? Which means this is some backstory that's not actually important to the movie, but... The island incident originally happened on Isla Nublar in 93, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jurassic World opened in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So for 12 years, she ran wild. After that 12 years, even though she's an intelligent animal, she kind of forgets about humans, honestly.
Yeah.
She doesn't... They're too small of a real food source. The reason she started eating people when they broke out is because that's the only food source she saw. She had fucking goats every day, dude.
Right.
So she sees a human and she's like, I'm not hunting that shit.
I loved the displays.
Yeah, right?
I loved the logs.
Tyrannosaurus Rex Kingdom and whatnot,
And I like
yeah.
that you didn't see it till the end. I didn't even think we were going to see it. Like, I didn't think about the T-Rex.
Really? It was
Yeah,
a
and I
good
know
surprise
you're
then.
really into the T-Rex, so I was like, so you
Most
probably
people were
were.
into that T-Rex.
But I wasn't focused on it. and
Emphasis
so-
on the T-Rex, by the way.
And I figured during the course of Jurassic World we would see a T-Rex, maybe not break out, but in the park. But I didn't think it was going to play into the movie at all.
In a very
But
big
it did.
way.
It did.
And what I like about this, as we were talking about earlier, the Spinosaurus Tyrannosaurus scene, regardless of how shitty it actually was,
Jurassic Park
3
to what you're referring to.
that scene had literally affected the movie in no way. It literally just
Yeah, it was
fucked
unnecessary.
with it. Fucked
It was
with
just
the,
saying. All it was saying is this is the new.
this is the
badass.
new bad big dinosaur.
Even though his jaws are made for eating fish. No.
Yeah, and yeah. Anyway, no, but the Spinosaurus itself was fine in that movie. That scene just
It
was a big day for a lot of people.
We saw it the first and second time.
Yeah, but that scene literally doesn't do anything for the movie other than fuck with the pacing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is garbage anyways.
yeah, you know, the movie's only an hour and a half. It feels way longer because it's so
I
bad.
know. That's.
Yeah,
Let's not go too deep into that.
yeah,
one.
I know. I'm just saying that
Oh yeah.
that fight pertained to the movie in no significant way.
No.
It actually detracted from
But
it.
then, so,
But in Jurassic World, the fight was a contribution to the movie.
yeah, and then
It was an entire point of the movie.
And so what you're saying, he's referencing the fact that the T-Rex busts through the Spinosaurus skeleton.
Well, no. That's just a
Oh,
non-defense.
okay, that's a
the actual fight pertained to the film.
Okay, yeah, you're
It
right.
was an important part of the
Yeah.
film. That's
and
how
also the T-Rex didn't just escape.
it was
like,
let out.
She let it out because she was like, "This
She's
thing-
old. I mean, that thing is. It's not.
It's like 80 years old in T-Rex years.
No, it's like she's 25.
Quick, do the math.
She's 25.
Okay.
T-Rex has lived for about 30 years, so she's fucking old.
Yeah.
And as I said, the fight itself was really well made because the Tyrannosaurus, when you actually think about this, the Indominus Rex is a sociopath, and it has no actual experience fighting other carnivores other than the raptors that it just fought. The Tyrannosaurus, however, has experience fighting carnivores, and it actually
the velociraptors that it fought 25 years ago.
No, but not only that. Think about this: the animal lived wild for 12 years.
Yes, it probably fought some things.
No, not even that. It ruled. It was the top predator in an actual environment for 12 years. It knows what it's doing. It's wise in that regard.
Are you saying it has high self-esteem?
It knows how to fend for itself.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it lived with raptors and whatnot. So, the Indominus Rex does not have prior experience. The Indominus Rex is overall more intelligent, but who's actually more clever?
The velociraptors.
Well,
the Indominus Rex is more clever.
Than the T-Rex?
Yeah.
In a fight? For dominance? No, it's not.
It was whooping the T-Rexes. I think it would have killed the T-Rex.
Would? No shit. No.
Yeah.
No. When they initially started fighting, who was actually winning? The T-Rex.
I don't recall.
Got the first bite on the neck and... Well, now we tweak it. No, okay, no, but it had the... Most actual benefits went to the T-Rex in terms of bite force, in terms of wits when fighting for dominance, and they showed that.
Yeah.
What the Indominus Rex had was one major advantage, and that is huge arms.
Yeah.
So when the T-Rex had it by the neck, we won't get into scientifically how that would have ended right there.
Right.
But those arms ended up getting her face.
Fight force.
No shit. It ended up getting her in the face.
Yeah.
So she backed up, and that's when the Indominus gained the upper hand, was about to kill her. After the T-Rex gets up, though, did you ever notice that the Indominus Rex keeps clawing, but the T-Rex keeps its distance? It's because it knows.
Right.
Get away, stay away from those arms, and I should win.
You're saying they put a lot of mindset into
the animals thought.
Characters.
They had emotion. I thought that was a really good feature of that fight. Godzilla did that too. They put emotion behind their creatures.
Yeah,
they had motivation.
I liked Godzilla.
I like Godzilla too. I like Godzilla a lot. No, but anyway, yeah, the fight scene. It was one of the only payoffs in recent memory that I could think of that played an actual pretty major role into the plot of a movie and was still really fucking cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's an action scene that actually had story behind it.
Did you like the Dilophosaur reference, the hologram?
I thought that was cool. I wish they would have used the real Dilophosaurs,
Yeah.
honestly, though. They just stop.
I did like the explanation. I was satisfied with the explanation Wu gave that was like, these aren't
real dinosaurs.
Like dinosaurs, they would look much different if we just cloned them.
They acknowledged that. I was like, okay, cool. That gives you a reason not to use...
Even though the Velociraptors are clearly Deinonychuses and whatever.
You know they actually weren't.
What do you
on
mean?
The display, you know how they have those holograms?
Yeah.
There are dinosaurs on that display that aren't in the movie. Deinonychus is one of them.
How does that make any sense?
I don't know.
Because they're exactly the same as the movie.
Spinosaurus is on that list too, by the way. So that Spinosaurus might.
But I'd rather do that than have to say Deinonychus.
Yeah. Well, then you could just say raptor.
Just switch the names in real life, like paleontologists just do.
Deinonychus.
Yeah.
Dinoraptor.
Dinoraptor.
That'd sound actually really fucking cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Easy to say. Do it.
People would spell it wrong all the time. They'd literally spell Dinoraptor. And they put a fucking hyphen in between it.
Can you blame them?
No.
Yeah, but... So overall thoughts?
Out of 10. Go.
I'm going to give it
I'll give it an 8.5. You agree on that?
Yeah,
8.5.
8.5 out of 10.
I just think it's really good at being a sequel. It knows its place.
I do too, and I honestly rate it about the same as the first one. And I think the feeling that kids got when they first watched Jurassic Park, they're going to get the same.
Adults won't, because it's not as smart as a movie.
A lot of the adults too are like, they didn't get the same feelings when they were kids. Well, yeah, because you're an adult. Grow up. Grow up.
That's true. It might have lacked the wonder, but it did have a lot of suspense in this movie.
I liked that they kept the horror movie elements. They did a really
do you know what genre this officially is?
What is it?
Sci-fi horror.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
That's what it is. I looked that up on Box Office Mojo, and I was like,
awesome.
Oh shit.
Good.
All right, so that's our review. All right, so
great. That's our review of Jurassic World.
By the way,
8.5.
on your notepad, you spelled IREX wrong.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You want to see the actual...
No, I don't care. I'm pissed
That's
off.
scientific. Okay, anyway. Okay, now.
All right, now we're gonna do our special segment, which is fan fiction. What we do is
Don't call it that. It just sounds like some Tumblr.
yeah, I
fangirl
hate
bullshit.
that. I hate that name.
We're gonna
fan
do
fiction.
our personal.
It
What we
sounds
would
like
like
someone.
it.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do at the end of every episode. It's a personal what we would like of a certain property, of a certain IP.
Mine's pretty long and detailed, so you go first.
It's like my penis.
A lot of detail.
No, okay, that was. Okay, no, this is our what we would like out of a Spider-Man movie, out of the MCU Spider-Man movie, which announce a fucking actor already. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, just a trick. Okay.
God.
You okay?
No.
All right, here we go. I haven't heard this, by the way. I know the villain in this is.
In mine, Mysterio.
All right.
And I don't mean fishbowl Mysterio.
Would yours take place in? I've got
Post Civil War.
Post Civil War, but would it take place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
MCU.
Okay, cool.
This would all fit.
How
in.
old would your Peter be?
Junior year.
How old is your Peter?
Junior year in high school.
Yeah, mine too.
Nice.
Yeah.
They might do sophomore year, which I don't know how I'd feel about, honestly. This might be a little young.
Maybe a little.
Well, actually, if
I feel like he should get his. Mine is like this.
Get his powers sophomore year, but
his powers spring.
Maybe be a sophomore in Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could do that.
I think he should get. Mine is he gets his powers spring of like March.
You have this all planned
mapped out in my head. March of his sophomore year, and then like a month to 6 weeks later, maybe 2 months after that, Uncle Ben dies. So like
fucking Ben, what happened this time?
May.
He slip and fall or something?
No, he got killed in traditional way, like a burglar tried to break in,
and yeah, I know that's
like
that's
the classic way, not the carjacker from the comics basically. And so yeah, now it's his junior year, and it's like it starts out the day, the first morning you come to is like the anniversary of Uncle Ben's death.
1 year later?
Yeah, so it's it's nearing the end of his junior year.
Is he really Spider-Man yet, or is he just kind of fighting random crime?
He's Spider-Man, but he is fighting, like he's got the costume, but he's fighting random crime.
So he's not like a legit superhero yet?
Not really. Like in this, talk about yours first though, because
in mine he's aspiring to be an Avenger.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right, talk about that.
Okay, so in mine, it's his junior year of high school. He's had his powers for about a year, so about the same as yours, for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
He got his sophomore year. Mine's a little bit arrogant. Not arrogant, just a little cocky, but not cocky like I'm smarter than you. He likes to show off athletically.
Yeah, which you would if you were
had fucking spider powers. He did in the comics.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's an athlete.
Yeah.
That's his entire
Above
point. No,
Olympic level athlete.
Like, so
with superhuman, he can lift tons of
20 tons actually.
20 tons.
Yeah. So anyway, he's a high schooler. So he's got that that cocky teenager attitude, but he's not like a dick or anything. He's still a humble dude. He's not easily agitated.
Is he humble as Spider-Man or as Peter Parker?
As Peter Parker, not as Spider-Man. Okay. Spider-Man's an asshole. He's supposed to be an asshole.
Yeah, he should be.
Not like a mean.
Well, he's being an asshole to criminals. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right. So continue.
So
what do you mean What do you? Depends on the criminal.
That's true.
If you're a rapist, is he a nice guy? Is the rapist a nice guy?
Probably not. Well, maybe depending on what he rapes.
Don't
if he
rape.
Like rapes a rabbit.
Don't rape. It's just all right. Yeah.
Hypocrite.
So what? I was
edit
drunk,
that out.
dude. All right.
No, but yeah. So in mine,
he took it really well though. All right, enough with the puns. Rape.
That
puns.
wasn't even a fun. That wasn't even a pun. That was just
you took it really well. All right. So what do you mean he's aspiring to be an Avenger?
He's like Civil War's already happened.
All right. So Captain America: Civil War has already happened. All right.
Yeah. So whatever they do with that,
it's kind of vague in mind because I don't know what's going to happen.
Me neither. Right? We can't really pull off that too much.
So you're saying mine could be before.
He's
or after
not aspiring to be an Avenger is the wrong word. He wishes. He wants to be on their level one day.
Okay.
Not necessarily become one.
So he's kind of being like a fanboy superhero, but he's really more in the vigilante.
Yeah, but he doesn't like hang posters up. He just thinks they're cool.
I know, yeah.
He just thinks they're cool.
He just kind of wants to be...
Do you
think he wants popularity in yours? Does he want fame?
No, because Uncle Ben's already died.
Okay, so
at that point, he's about responsibility.
He's pretty humble.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he's about responsibility, man. He fights any crime he can. Like, if he hears cops going by, he's like, oh, shit.
But he wants to get in on what the Avengers are doing because he thinks they're doing a good thing. Okay, that makes sense.
He just wants to team up with them because, first of all, he knows them at this point.
And he probably thinks Tony Stark's, like...
a bad motherfucker. Yeah. I would think Tony. I still think, if he was real, I'd hug the dude. He'd probably sue me, but whatever. Why would he sue me? He's got so much money.
Because he's a douchebag.
He's my favorite douchebag.
He's a great douchebag.
Sorry, Shane.
But yeah.
No, but yeah, he's. At this point, we should just kind of read our thing, right?
Yeah.
Your villain's Kraven and Chameleon. Right?
You read yours first, because all right. And what do you have any plot points, kind of?
Not necessarily.
All right,
but I kind of have what I would like, which you can kind of guess what the plot points would be.
The villain.
I have some plot points.
Villain it's Quentin Beck Mysterio. Right?
Yeah.
Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio.
And he's not a fishbowl head.
No, mine still has the fishbowl. Like if I was gonna do Mysterio, I'll draw it. You can start talking.
All right, so mine would actually have a hood.
Yeah, mine would kind of have a hood and a cape.
Yeah,
But like, and then it would be kind of a dome shape, but it would be more like.
Mine would kind of tip down.
And it would be kind of a chrome mirror thing.
Yeah.
So it would still have the fishbowl in a way, but not like straight up.
Yeah, like in a more modern, realistic way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so mine, the villain is Mysterio. Peter already has his powers, and whenever he can, actually, he finds a way to always stop crime. Mm-hmm. And not big, because big crime. I mean, Avengers do that shit for him. So he's fighting like mobs and mobsters and gangsters and other criminals.
You see what I'm saying? Kind of like a Neil's film.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right.
So he's bullied in high school by Flash Thompson, but not like super like shit.
Not like
locker knocker time.
Not like unrealistically violent.
Like he's kind of put down by the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He feels like shit when he's around him sometimes. So
like Cash Houston.
You guys they don't know. Okay. Anyway, if we become famous, Cash is gonna fucking hate us.
All right, go.
No,
you blew it.
Okay, he's second in a science class. This is gonna be an important part of the story. Okay. It's like an identity thing.
Who's he second to?
You know who he's second to? Gwen Stacy.
What?
They don't know each other.
Who's Gwen Stacy?
Shut up. They don't know. She knows she broke her neck.
They don't know each other. Okay.
They don't know each other like whatsoever. They know what each other. They know what they look like basically.
She's hot and blonde.
It's actually
And he's cute. And
okay, so this is an important part. He's got friends.
That's okay.
But he's not an everybody hates you. He's not an everybody hates you loser. Like in Amazing Spider-Man, when he dropped his camera, they kicked it.
Which is weird because he's like a really attractive, athletic.
I know. So no one's
guy.
Not everybody's gonna hate him.
No one's putting Andrew.
Flash Thompson's just. Well, everybody thinks he's more athletic, and he's
slightly more athletic in that movie. Like
he's supposed to.
He's
never been more athletic than Spider-Man.
Yeah,
but people think
but you know what?
Build. Yeah,
the actor. I'm talking about the actors.
Oh well, yeah. Andrew Garfield's got it going on. Okay, so he's not like an everybody makes fun of. He's actually a relatively well-known dude.
Right.
Not well-known. He just kind of fits in with the crowd.
He's just kind of a normal guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he gets bullied by Flash Thompson because it's in New York City and that shit happens.
And Flash
is a fucking asshole.
In high school. Has a complex because he probably got molested.
In high school.
All right.
Dude, that's it. That's
dark. That should be in an Agent Venom movie.
No.
He confronts his uncle.
I would watch the shit out of that. Anyway.
All right.
He's just kind of small, and so therefore Flash makes fun of him. So, he's a pretty calm dude. He's well mannered. He's still that classic. All right, Aunt May. All right, Aunt May.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, Aunt May.
He doesn't snap on anybody. He doesn't get mad really.
Right. Yeah.
Like I said, he's a bit cocky. You know. He'll show off his. In mine, he plays sports. Just to show
basketball?
Off. Just to show off.
He should play basketball because that's what he does in the Ultimate Universe.
He's white. No, I'm kidding.
In the Ultimate Universe, he plays basketball.
Yes, true.
And also, Spider-Man would probably
play basketball. Yeah. I guess mine will play basketball.
He can do fun.
Play sports.
Yeah.
Some lacrosse. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Lacrosse.
Okay, no, but.
What's my black friend's name?
I'm
just kidding.
He's still, upset. He's still raw in the heart. Uncle Ben's death.
Yeah.
So I guess they'll flashback.
He's sad that his uncle died.
Well, yeah, no shit. But he still feels guilty about it.
Oh yeah, he feels guilt about it. Okay.
So he's like, shit, that's my fault. So Harry is an established friend.
Yeah.
Like they've been friends for years. And mine is like an elementary because fuck
elementary
continuity.
Middle school
friend.
Yeah.
He's a good friend. And in mine, spoiler, he's not going to take some strange twist. He's going to be a friend.
Yeah, he's just I that's good because we start out from kind of the same place.
Yeah, but
we're both fitting into the MCU. We don't have to, and we won't because they're not gonna, unless they do.
Marvel,
Kevin Feige, you better be watching, motherfucker.
No, but Harry's the kind of guy who Peter gets upset over his grades because this hot chick that doesn't even know that hangs out with a bunch of jocks is doing better in school than he is. And he's like, my Uncle Ben wouldn't fucking approve of this. And Harry's like, nah, dude, Uncle Ben would be proud of who you are.
Yeah, Uncle Ben was a misogynist. He would hate that a woman.
No, he just wouldn't be proud. No, I mean some hot random chick who hangs out with jocks.
Yeah,
hanging out with a bunch of jakes.
Hate jocks. Yeah.
Anyway, so he's upset about that quite a bit. You know, he's got that. He's not depressed or anything, but he's like, shit, man, I got to do better. So he's always,
It was done already. All right, go.
You're an asshole. Anyway, God, fuck you, Shane. Anyway, and you're drinking more.
That's mine from under the table. That's my under the table drink.
Anyway,
all right, keep going.
I fucking knew I put my Pepsi.
I'm so glad your parents are deaf.
Earlier, I was looking for my Pepsi. Did you see me looking around?
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Fuck you. No, but anyway, yeah, he's struggling to become number one, but he's trying really hard. That's an important part of the beginning of the movie. He's got a costume.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? He's got a costume that Captain America gave him.
Okay, sure.
It's a nice...
Because
he's not going to make a really nice costume.
That's a good point. He should get it in Civil War.
But he doesn't have his web shooters.
Whoever makes Hawkeye's and Captain America's costumes, that he has a new one every single movie.
And in my universe, it isn't a full spandex outfit. Because it doesn't fit into the MCU. It's got, Daredevil's outfit?
Yeah.
Not to that degree. Take that down about 10 notches.
But it has armor on it?
Not armor, padding.
Padding, okay.
Slight. I don't mean thick, because Spider-Man's supposed to be a thin-looking dude.
Mine's kind of like cloth, like stretchy cloth.
Yeah, kind of, but
like
thicker,
in the comics.
thicker, and it fits in with the MCU.
Kind of like Under Armour, almost.
Yeah, that's what mine is.
Good balance,
Yeah, because I don't want spandex.
Ours are just gonna end up being the same movie.
It isn't. Yeah, except two different villains. Okay, so I actually like my Mysterio origin. Anyway, so
I'm excited to hear
Mysterio doesn't exist quite yet.
Okay.
The villain. So
do any other villains exist? Have you taken on like Shocker or some minor villains?
You know what? Shocker probably. I feel like Shocker.
Most people don't have to show them, but you could like put them in a Daily Bugle. Or
most people would agree that Shocker should be like a reoccurring small-time villain.
I would like to see a Marvel Netflix Spider-Man series because then they could do all his villains. Right?
Well, I'll get into that later. Why I disagree.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. It's not that I hate that idea, but I was.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. He's got his costume, and it's a nice costume, and it's actually, you know what? I'm not gonna get into the costume. Whatever.
What?
It's just basically the cloth thing that we were talking about.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the design. It's basically classic Spider-Man with a few slight twists. But anyway, and by the way, all the 4 spider legs go down. I don't want 2 up, 2 down.
Really? Okay.
It's got a different, like the new Marvel Universe costume, like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
I don't really care what direction they are, but yeah, sure.
Well,
I like a little one. I don't like the Amazing Spider-Man. I like a little spider, not
with the
very
legs go all the
noticeable.
way down. Shit's annoying.
Either way, I don't care.
Yeah, it's weird how much the red and blue costume didn't actually matter that much, but that symbiote costume's got to be spot on.
Yeah.
That's weird, but it's true.
No, yeah.
Because we've seen that suit fucked so hard in Sam Raimi's movies.
So what? Is Mysterio up next? What's up?
Okay, yeah. So he doesn't exist quite yet, but I'll talk about this in a little bit. Okay, so yeah. Quentin later on, while all this stuff in Peter Parker's life is going on, where he's getting all upset about Uncle Ben and whatnot.
Okay.
Quentin Beck is a special effects artist, like in the original movies, but he's for a Hollywood studio based in New York City, but they do it for Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
So this actually ties into the modern world. Trailers have been released for this movie, right? Mm-hmm. It's coming out, let's say, 6 months later. People don't like the special effects in the film at all. They think they look like shit, and therefore the studio fires him. They say your stuff looks like shit. Yeah. People don't like it anymore. So he gets fired because he's doing practical effects and it was all about CGI.
Oh, practical effects, not CGI.
Well, both. Okay, Let's go with both. So he gets fired. He's like, he used to be rich, by the way, but now he can't afford to pay for anything because he doesn't have a fucking job. He's not qualified for anything else. He can go to college.
Money. He's like, fuck.
Yeah. So what happens is, actually, about that, earlier on in the movie, you see Peter Parker on the computer and an ad comes up because he's trying to look at these things on YouTube. And you know, ads come up, they're annoying. It's an ad for that movie. And he goes, "Oh, this looks like shit." You know, Hanks.
Does he say that?
No, but he's like,
he should just say that.
He should be like,
"It looks like shit."
The one shit we can get away with.
I hope that doesn't turn out to be a supervillain's origin.
Harry's like next to him, and he's like,
I hate that shit.
No, Harry should say it, because Peter's not a guy who says shit.
Yeah,
Harry's next to him, and Harry's like, wow, it looks like shit.
Harry's kind of the cocky bitch,
and
outspoken.
And Peter's like, you're right. You know, he kind of agrees.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, he gets, you know, he gets angry. You know, it's a villain origin. They're always angry.
Yeah.
He utilizes his expertise. He utilizes his special effects expertise because he has special effects at home. Because some of his stuff he would do at home. Because he used to be a big guy for this thing. He was the Steven Spielberg of special effects back in the day. Right. But times have changed. So anyway, I haven't elaborated on that, but whatever.
No, elaborate. We have time.
No, I haven't elaborated on that. Like.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But you can get the general.
What kind of gadgets would he use? Special like.
Look at the comics that.
Just classic Mysterio.
Classic Mysterio. With modern stuffs.
Look at the comics.
Anyway, so he utilizes his expertise in special effects to scare the shit out of his like former employers. And one of these employers, he goes to their house and they say, "Dude, take anything you want." And he goes, "Okay."
It's like, all right, cool. And he realizes it.
He's like, "Dude, shit, I could use this shit to make money."
You know what I like about that is he's a super criminal, not like necessarily. I mean, he's a super villain, but you know how super villains are always they're kind of aimless and they're just mad.
Yeah.
And he has an aim, he has a goal, and he's just like, and then he realizes he can get away with it, and he's like, all right, then I'm just gonna. Like, and that happens a lot in the comics.
Whatever, I might as well
that
do
happens
that.
a lot in the comics, but that doesn't happen a lot in the movies.
And it's also I think it's a nice balance between, you don't feel sympathetic for the guy because he's still an asshole.
Right.
But he's not just some cold-hearted, he doesn't kill
like
people.
Like the Indominus Rex, you get it. You understand why he is the way he is.
But he
does.
It all
ties together.
But Quentin Beck's not a sociopath.
But does Quentin Beck kill people?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, at least he doesn't try to.
All right.
He's just in it for the money. But he's fucking up people's lives by stealing all his money from the banks and whatnot. Like, that's their money.
Yeah.
So, he plays as a criminal, and Spider-Man made this oath because Uncle Ben. So, yeah, that's basically his origin. He doesn't set out to become a supervillain. He just sets out to get some payback, you know, some personal redemption for his ego. And he's like, wait a second. I could just use this shit to take money. So that's basically his origin, and you can go on from there. Peter hears of this, and because he aspires to be an Avenger one day, he ends up doing this stuff, and that's when he creates his web shooters. Because he gets into a conflict with him, and he gets held up or something. No.
Captain Civil?
No. Nah. He's not supposed to play a big part. I don't want him to.
Tony Stark should. Yeah, I don't want him to. Anyways, keep going.
But Spider-Man's my favorite superhero, and I don't want him to play a big part. Black Panther's
you're right. I think Black Panther should play a way bigger part.
I do want to see him in some action because I want to see the MCU Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, okay. But it's like he doesn't need them, and at this point, he ends up getting into a confrontation with him, and he's like, "This guy's kicking my ass because I don't know what's going on. My spider sense is not helping me right now." Because he relied so heavily on it, and now he's just like, I can't use it because all this shit's going on.
Oh, so
I'm getting fear from here.
I'm
getting fear from here, and he ends up getting
that kind of happens.
Not the shit kicked out of him, but he can't stop this guy because he can't get his hands on him.
Yeah.
But he's a superhuman, so Quentin Beck's not gonna hurt him.
Smoke and mirrors and shit.
Yeah.
Making a bunch of holograms of himself.
He's got to move around quicker. So web shooters. He's like matches the whole spider thing. Why not?
Yeah.
So I always thought that the web shooter should come for a reason, not just because he wants to be a superhero.
Yeah.
There should be a motive behind it.
Yeah.
Not just to move around faster.
They're kind of unexplained in mine. It kind of comes from maybe I'll mention that in mine, maybe I mentioned that his in the Ultimate Universe, his dad, it's like a side project of his dad's that he kind of perfects, or maybe his dad's just made the web shooters and then he kept.
Don't go too much Ultimate. People won't like that.
No. But just that because it's a simple explanation.
And if you like Ultimate Venom, then fuck you. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion, but yeah.
Have you read Ultimate Venom?
Yeah.
It's shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not even that bad. It's just shit compared to. Why would you use that when you have 616 Venom?
Because it's ultimate. It's ultimate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's mine, basically. That's all I really have.
All right, yeah. And
we can continue on that in
what,
another
what,
episode.
What about Daily Bugle? Does he work for the Daily Bugle? as a freelance photographer taking pictures of
No,
Spider-Man?
he's a junior. I guess that'd be a second movie thing. They are there.
Yeah.
And he's a photographer for the school.
Okay. Sure.
So he's like,
kind of references it.
And I guess at the end of the movie, he could
And
be
maybe
like,
you see the Daily Bugle around. Like
at the end of the movie, he's got those money problems that he had in the comics.
Yeah.
So he's like,
that happens.
yeah. Did we?
Yeah. We're synced up.
Should we make out?
After?
No. Anyway, no. I'm serious. I'm a chub right now. I'm just fucking.
All right.
No. Anyway, no. But yeah, I think at the end, the money problems, and he should look at the newspaper and be like, why look at the newspaper for jobs when I can have a job with the newspaper?
Right.
He's like, wait a second, what the fuck? So he becomes a freelance. In the second movie, you see him as a freelance photographer and whatnot.
Cool. So it just jumps straight
And
into
J.K.
it.
Simmons, yes, does return because no one else is gonna be him.
I was thinking about who else could do J. Jonah Jameson. I came up with a few, none quite as good as J.K. Simmons, but they can do it. Like the guy from Orange is the New Black who plays Healy is too fat to do it, but I think he kind of captures the essence of that character, and maybe he could slim down.
Yeah.
It's just gotta be an awkward conversation. It's like you're too fat. Like, just let there be less of you. Like, all right.
It's just more to love. No one loves you. You're J. Jonah Jameson. They love to hate you.
Mine is complex, and I prepared. I'm just kidding, but I did. All right, so mine is more like a plot summary, and then I didn't finish it, so at the end, close to the end, it goes more into like beats like that.
Yeah.
Takes place a little over a year after Peter gains his powers from a genetically engineered spider. Uncle Ben.
Yeah. By the way, mine is genetically engineered, not radioactive. Because fuck that.
But it has some kind of mutagen that allows it to. Yeah. And he doesn't have magic blood. He wasn't like some.
Yeah, no, it could have happened to anybody, but it happened to him.
And Richard Parker wasn't involved with it. It doesn't necessarily have to be Oscorp. It should be because just why not? Whatever. Who cares? We're done with this. No, I'm just. Damn it, I lost my place. All right. Uncle Ben has been dead for a full year. Peter gained his powers in the spring of his sophomore year. It is now nearing the end of the school year of his junior year. It can fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but doesn't have to. And it won't. It won't. Because they're not going to make this. All right. But this is what you could have gotten if you'd listened. Begins in New York City, the Bronx, at night. Drug dealer and high-up mob member Blackie Gaxton and his men are moving heroin from shipping containers on the docks into trucks. A shadow starts zipping up his men away and picking them up into the dark. Gaxton uses a flashlight and looks up, seeing 3 of his men stuck in strands of webbing between 2. Because I don't want it to be a perfect web. It's just strands. Because he wouldn't take the time to be like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're stuck in strands of webbing between 2 shipping containers, the big metal boxes. Gaxton fires wildly into the dark, but is ambushed by a hanging Spider-Man and webbed up. Next scene, Peter Parker is asleep in bed the next morning. He quickly wakes up and hides his costume, strewn on the floor, from Aunt May, who enters his room to wake him up. Peter and May have a conversation in the kitchen over breakfast, where they dance around 2 things. Aunt May is having trouble paying the bills right now on one income, and today is the 1-year anniversary of Uncle Ben's death.
Mm-hmm.
Are you listening?
Yes,
I'm
listening.
Are you texting your girlfriend?
No, just keep going.
Okay. You have to choose Spider-Man or your girlfriend.
Spider-Man.
All right. That was fast. Peter brings up in passing the option of him getting a job to help out, which is reasonable. But of course, she's like, "No, not do it. Why would you do it? No, it's okay. Uncle Ben wouldn't want you to work."
Why?
I don't know. Doesn't she always do that? She's always like, "No, you don't have to do it. I'm fine."
Yep.
Cut the shit, Aunt May. We're losing our house. Like, let your pride go at some point. All right. Anyways, what a bitch. Peter gets a text from his best friend, Harry Osborn, who's kind of like yours. He's like a cocky, kind of outspoken, rich kid, but he's
he's a good
still
person.
kind of nerdy. Like, he's on the same level of, like, they both like comic books and like us.
Dude, we should make it to where the DC comics exist in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
And they're just talking shit. Dude, what's going on with fucking BVS?
The fucking, what is it? I don't even know. Fucking Convergence, whatever. Peter gets a text from his best friend Harry Osborn, who's waiting outside in his Lamborghini, waiting to pick up Pete and drive to school. Because he has a license and he's a rich kid and he's got a rich daddy, and so why not?
He doesn't actually love him.
Spoilers. NYC holding cell. This is next scene. NYC holding cell. Blackie Gaxton is bailed out of prison. Waiting for him is a gorgeous model with hair like silver platinum. That's nice. She takes him out to a town car where they meet with Silvio Manfredi, who asks Gaxton why he failed. Gaxton explains that Spider-Man busted up the operation. So he's kind of known in urban legend, but nobody can really get a clear picture of him yet, you know, and he's busting up all these mob hangouts. The mob knows he exists. People know he exists.
It's like Daredevil.
Yeah, exactly. And
which worked well for them.
It doesn't have to be... It can be before or after Civil War. So people know he exists. It's not like he's just an urban legend, but there are urban legends springing up about him. Because he's a lot of nighttime stuff. You know? Spider-Man's kind of a daytime guy. But whatever.
He
becomes more of a daytime guy. Yeah, he starts... All right. Manfredi decides to call a meeting of the bosses. Are you texting? Can you not? Can you turn off your phone? All right. He calls a meeting of the bosses. So as it fits into the MCU, this is kind of a... They reference like Fisk and stuff. So it kind of connects to the Daredevil Netflix series because these families, multiple families have taken up the spots where the Kingpin left off. And they've kind of divided this. So there's new mobsters in town, basically, where the Kingpin... And they reference like
Hammerhead.
Wilson Fisk. Yeah. Yeah.
Hammerhead, yeah.
Yeah. Multiple... to the fall of the Kingpin and Daredevil... In Peter's school, he's harassed slightly in the hall by resident jock douchebag Flash Thompson. I have that written down. Fuck him. What a dick.
He actually turns out to be a really fucking good person.
Oh, yeah, he's a nice guy.
Harry and Peter are best friends. Do you know that?
That's dumb. I think they should always kind of hate each other. Harry and Peter walk through the halls, talking and joking around like we do.
Call each other faggots and make dick jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
We're smoking pot.
The bell rings and they head to separate classes because they don't have the same period. In physics, Peter is lab partners.
That's gay. We would have the same periods if we were female. Oh, you mean like period of class?
Yeah, you knew.
Oh,
yeah. Give me your phone.
No.
All right.
I was fucking checking.
Is lab partners with Gwen Stacy. The two compete playfully and flirt or whatever. That's what I had written down. Flirt or whatever. He impresses Gwen with his...
Shit like that,
he impresses Gwen with some reflexes as he dodges a football being thrown at him at the back of his head by a jealous Flash Thompson.
That's classic.
Plot hole here that I didn't try to get around it necessarily. Why is Flash Thompson, a dumb jock, in the same AP physics class as Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy? Doesn't make much sense. But, I mean, Flash Thompson's kind of smart in the comics. Like, he makes good grades. Whatever, it's not important. I'm just pointing out a plot.
Yeah, they made him a fucking retard in The Amazing Spider-Man, which I didn't really like.
Yeah, he's normal intelligence. He's pretty smart, gets good grades. Next scene. That night, inside a mob hideout, a meeting takes place. At the meeting, Blackie Gaxton, Silvio Manfredi, Silver Sablanova, the model lady. And that's Silver Sable from the comics. And Martin Lee, who is Mr. Negative in the comics. Yeah. Keep doing that. Do it one more time. Yeah! All right. The last two arrive fashionably late. One, a 6'7" muscle-bound albino man in a suit named Lonnie Tombstone Lincoln, and his associate.
Hey!
And like second in command, a scowling stout man with a square scarred head referred to as Hammerhead.
I fucking knew it. Yeah!
Awesome. I love Hammerhead. I love Hammerhead. He's great.
He is cool.
And I want him to do I want him to headbutt Spidey, and Spidey's like, "Wow, that's crazy because I have super mutant strength. I should be fine." But he's not.
What if he is? What if he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
He's like, "Oh, I have a steel skull." Oh well, I'm Spider-Man, so
I'm Spider-Man. That's Batman's thing. And I'm Spider-Man.
A lot of people have steel plates in their head, by the way. It doesn't give them superhuman endurance in their skull. But he's still cool. I like.
Maybe there's a fucking spider bite, Shane.
Genetically engineered spider bite with the mutagen and the venom. Does.
Neither does gamma radiation turn you into a fucking
Right,
hole.
that just gives you cancer, right?
Yeah, or die. I mean, it was a gamma
Anyways.
Explosion.
The bosses... Right, should have vaporized him. The bosses all discuss Spider-Man and the growing threat that he represents. Lincoln, which is Tombstone, says he'll put out a bounty and send his own enforcers out if he must. The enforcers are also characters in the comics.
I know that.
Silver Sablinova says she has an old acquaintance who might be interested. Once everyone leaves, Manfredi asks to speak to Lincoln alone, where Manfredi questions who Lincoln's financial benefactor is and why his people have been involved in several political killings and thefts of high-grade technology.
Can I just go ahead and guess?
No!
Hold on.
No! Twist. It's a twist.
Okay.
Don't ruin it. Lincoln reminds Manfredi that in their line of work it's dangerous to ask so many questions. Peter is perched on a ledge in his costume. This is the next scene. It's not the same scene, just so you know.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, well, could be.
Okay.
Peter is perched on a ledge in his costume. At night, he loads up his web shooters with a fresh cartridge. He pulls his mask over his face and goes swinging through the city. He sees a man breaking into a car from a rooftop he lands on. He jumps down, quickly apprehends the man, and he's like, "Oh man, Spider-Man! Ah, why you doing that?" Oh, and he starts crying a little bit, and he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Why you do that?" And he's like, "I got kids. This is the only reason I'm doing this, man. I'm trying to get clean. I got kids. I got debts to pay off." And Spider-Man lets him go because he doesn't want to, because he's a criminal, and he really feels strongly about that because a criminal killed his uncle, so he doesn't want to, but he gives in, and he's like, and so later, he sits on top of the Chrysler building on one of those eagle heads, and he takes off his mask, and he's just like, I want to get this fucking thing off my face. Every time I spit a little bit when I talk, it's like right there. It's soggy as fuck.
Okay.
I hate it. That's in my movie. That's what he says to himself. No one else.
It's like, God,
so he sits on the
mess.
Chrysler building. He's just like real brooding. He's like conflicted. He's really conflicted by the not so black and white world he's trying to fight injustice in.
Oh my God, Shane!
On the way home, back in Queens, Peter changes into street clothes from a backpack he left webbed to a warehouse roof.
That's
remember?
badass.
Right, because the night before, he didn't do that, and he almost got caught. Yeah.
He learns.
On the walk.
It's like Rexy.
Yeah. Yeah. All ties together. On the walk
Same
back.
universe.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. They should do that.
Dude, yeah.
Too distracting.
No, dude. Captain America should run on the back of Rexy.
I'd love to see that.
Oh, God, yes.
And they could introduce Devil Dinosaur. And Venomosaur.
Dude, if they fucking found a way to do that, I would shit bricks.
I'd like to see that. Don't comment on it. Don't say anything. On the walk back, Peter sees a crumpled up newspaper on the sidewalk, the Daily Bugle, an ad offering a reward for anyone who can take a photograph of Spider-Man. The next day, Saturday, Peter is rushing into the Daily Bugle. The secretary, Betty Brant, takes Peter in to meet the pissed-off, hothead editor-in-chief, J. Jonah Jameson, who is yelling at a crying intern when they walk in. The intern runs away, and Peter shows Jameson his blurry and out-of-focus pictures of Spider-Man. Jameson buys them for a cheap price and tells
Who
Peter
shows
to...
him?
What do you mean?
Peter shows him blurry pictures?
Yeah.
Oh, why are they blurry?
Because he's not good yet.
Oh.
Origin story.
Okay.
How he got good at photography. That's what the whole movie's about. It's just like... It's like classical music over it. Like the Pharisee... Whatever. Couldn't get the words out. Fucking on my podcast.
Your pod. Okay.
Our podcast. The intern runs away, and Peter shows Jameson. All right. And Jameson's a dick about it. He gives him a cheap price, and then he tells Peter to invest in a better camera. And he's like, "Fuck you,
dude! You should make it to where he's using that blue camera from Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
That shitty blue one.
Yeah.
That little girl gives him.
Oh yeah.
Don't do that.
No, I'm gonna do it now because I'm making this movie. Peter calls up Harry when he's in the Daily Bugle when he's about to leave, and then it's like cut to Harry comes and picks up Peter. The two head back to Harry's penthouse where he and his father live. Harry's father, billionaire owner of applied science company Oscorp, Norman Osborn, talks to Peter and Harry. He's charming and charismatic, and while Harry seems embarrassed of his dad, like any teenager, whatever, Peter is enthralled. That night, because they're both science geeks and they both like Tron Legacy, I guess. That night, Peter and Aunt May get into an argument when he comes home so late. It ends with Peter throwing his... She's always getting on his case by curfew.
Right? Fuck Aunt May.
I mean, I wrote that down. I'm not arguing with what I wrote down last night, but she's always doing that. Aunt May's a bitch. Like, Aunt May's the real villain in this movie. Like, that's the twist. That's
just punch her.
That's the benefactor of Tombstone. It's Aunt May. That's why she is having so much trouble.
Oh my god, that'd be retarded. People would get on Chris ass about that.
They're going to regardless. It ends with Peter throwing the Daily Bugle money on the counter and storming upstairs. He's like, "Bitch, that's money." And she's like, "Oh no. Oh my god, I made a terrible... Oh no."
So she killed herself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Finally.
This is really dark.
At least she's to die anyway.
May goes upstairs a moment later and finds that he's not in his room and his window is open. But she doesn't know he's Spider-Man.
Or does she? Dun, dun, dun.
She kind of gets an idea, but it's never it's kind of implied that she might think he's Spider-Man, because there's some things later that happen. Meanwhile, in the African Serengeti, here we go.
Oh my god!
It is
finally,
it is a hot afternoon. The Russian killer Sergei Kravenov is standing in a field shirtless, holding a spear.
I'm looking at something on the internet for Spider-Man.
A group of African men watch him with binoculars from a jeep. Something moves towards him in the grass, faster and faster. Suddenly a lion charges from the tall grass. Kraven the hunter turns and pierces the beast through the eye. He then takes a knife from his belt and cuts its throat. Then he pulls a fang from its mouth with pliers. Dude.
Don't worry, we're fine. It just slept. What the fuck? Did you do something? Okay, never mind. We're good.
Check the video.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay, we're gonna cut that out.
Yeah, we're good. God damn, this is a long ass part.
Intending on adding it to a necklace of lion teeth around his neck. Kraven's associates tell him it's time to leave. Kraven agrees and he flies back to Johannesburg, South Africa on a chartered plane. Outside a hotel, he refuses a black bellboy his baggage, insisting to carry it himself. And then the shot kind of lingers on the black bellboy, and he's like, and he gives a smirk. In the hotel room night, Kraven sits by the window sharpening his knife when he hears a small creak from the kitchen. Kraven switches off the lights and puts the edge of his blade to the intruder's throat. It is the bellboy. Kraven asks him who sent him, and the bellboy replies, "I sent me." The bellboy, that's the best dialogue I ever come up with, removes a detailed mask to reveal a head covered by a plain white flesh mask. Kraven recognizes him as his half-brother Dimitri. Dun dun dun! Dimitri! And he's like, "Dimitri, how you doing?" And he's like, "Why are you dressed as a black guy?" And he's like, "Oh, you know." Anyways. What did I say?
I don't know. You're on the part where they met.
Yeah. Dimitri mockingly uses Sergei's nickname against him in an exchange. And he's like, "Kraven Hunter." And Kraven responds to Dimitri's nickname, calling him the Chameleon. Kraven asks why Dimitri has come. The Chameleon says he's gotten an offer from an old friend, Silver Sable. He pulls a phone from his pocket and shows Kraven the Daily Bugle article on Spider-Man. "Let me ask you," Chameleon says, "what have you heard about the Spider-Man?" Actually, he says it with an English accent because he can do whatever. Like, he doesn't have a Russian accent necessarily. Do you want to read? Here, you read. This is still mine. I still wrote it. I'm at this part.
Kraven looks intrigued and bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Next Monday morning in class, Peter's teacher abruptly wakes him up in the middle of class by dropping a book on his desk, embarrassing him in front of Gwen. God, that fucking bitch. She deserves to be fucking killed.
I know! That pissed me off when I wrote it.
You make every girl in your movies a fucking bitch, you
I know, I'm a
fucking
sexist.
misogynist.
I hate women, but I love women.
No, you don't. You just have sex with them.
We're cutting that out.
Meanwhile, in the city, why your mommy watching?
They're not supposed to know that.
Meanwhile, now they won't have sex with me.
You idiot!
You fool!
You took my advantage. All right, keep going.
Meanwhile, maybe that was Peter's advantage.
Yeah.
But Peter's a total stoner. I'm gonna make my Peter a total stoner.
I'm gonna wash my Peter. Anyways, keep going, dude. Keep going.
Meanwhile, in the city, Detective Jean DeWolf. Really?
Yeah.
Are you going with that story? Did she die?
I was thinking about making her die. Yeah, later on in the movie.
She'd have Peter fuck her so where she dies.
Yeah,
great. With his Peter.
Yeah, 16-year-old Peter Parker and 30-year-old,
well, he's a junior, so he's
37-year-old Jean DeWolf.
He's 17.
Great. Makes it a lot better.
What is of legal age in Texas? What is in New York?
I love living in Texas. All right, keep going.
Yeah. Is examining a tack board of pictures connected by strings. That's not cliche.
What are you gonna do? You can't make a movie without some cliches.
That's true.
Otherwise,
Captain
it's too hard. Like,
this thing is littered with references.
Of course, it's Captain George Stacy though, because you're not gonna have Gwen without George.
Calls Jean into his office. He tells her that she's been assigned to the Spider-Man case. She protests and says she's close to a breakthrough on an organized crime case. Captain Stacy tells her that he knows what she's doing is important.
He's like, look, DeWolf.
I get the point. We had tons of sex.
We have sex every day. And she's
We're
like,
actually married.
She's like, no. I would love if that's the dialogue. Exposition. We're married.
Just put exposition.
Yeah, just
the captions just say exposition.
Yeah. I'm Gwen's dad.
He says he doesn't want his daughter Gwen to come.
Yeah.
To have to live in a city where people like
exposition.
Like who?
Silvio Manfredi, which is Silvermane
run
in the comics.
But people need to understand that the law is unbending and cannot be broken by even Spider-Man. There's a lot.
Dude, there's a lot. Just keep reading.
Oh God. What are you doing?
I'm gonna show you Silvermane. I'm just looking at pictures because I get bored of just looking at the screen.
In a skyscraper penthouse office, Tombstone is looking out over the city. I thought he said Hammond. As Hammerhead escorts Chameleon, Kraven, and Silver Sable into his office. Tombstone calls for unarmed bodyguards into the office and has Kraven demonstrate his skill by brutally incapacitating all four of them at once. That's just fucked up.
Yeah.
That's just fucked up. Is it bloody?
So that's Silvermane. Yeah. He, like, dislocates their arms and shit.
That's disgusting. Hammerhead questions Chameleon's use, to which Chameleon responds by ejecting a hidden gun into his hand from his sleeve. That's just cool. That's some Assassin's Creed shit.
King Schultz style. Hammerhead
remarks that he has a steel plate in his head and the bullet wouldn't do anything. Shoot him in the fucking chest then!
Yeah, I'll get to it. He just points it at his ball sack.
Chameleon pulls a gun to his kneecap.
I was so close to having him point it just at his dick. Just which you would do, but you can't do it. There's Hammerhead.
Chameleon points the gun to his kneecap. Tombstone tells both to calm down and offers Chameleon and Kraven. Just make him point at his dick.
Alright, whatever.
Yeah.
Retcon.
And offers Chameleon and Kraven a substantial amount of money. Kraven refuses the money, saying he'll kill Spider-Man for the thrill. Hey. That's some classic Kraven.
Right, that's classic Kraven, right?
Chameleon says he'll still... No, I'll take the money. I'll take his share, too.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take the money.
I'll take his share.
That's what he's saying, yeah. He's like, okay. That's more like what my Kraven would be like.
That night, Peter hears a possible drug deal outside. Spider-Man busts up the drug deal. When Blackie Gaxton tries to sell heroin to a teenager. Oh...
Blackie Gaxton is actually a character from the comics.
I know who he is.
Who is he? Yeah, you don't know shit.
Actually,
he's in a storyline where Betty Brant's brother gets owes money to the mom.
In the Ultimate Universe,
what's up?
Peter's bullied by two people.
Like Clifford, which is the fat kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Cliff.
Yeah, him. Well, they become like best friends.
Yeah, they become good friends because I'm pretty sure he figures out he's Spider-Man.
He does.
Like everyone else should have.
About how he got bailed out so quickly and who he's working for. Gaxton tells him that he works for Rescue and that he can find his base of operations in an office building in Brooklyn. Spider-Man webs Gaxton to the side of a building and flips away. Gaxton pulls a phone from his pocket and calls him to whom he says the spider's on his way. Oh, it's a fucking trap.
Oh, it's a trap! It's a trap! We're going to put Admiral Akbar, so it's alright.
At the office building, Spider-Man makes his way to the top floor, but finds that the dark building is empty and abandoned. And he's like, what? Better get the fuck out of here.
Tombstone. That's what Tombstone.
Across the street on a rooftop, Kraven is aiming a sniper at Spidey. Spoderman?
Oh, did he really say? Did I write Spider-Man?
No, I fucking wish. Oh no.
Keep going.
Spider-Man sets up his remote cameras in the corner of the hall, preparing for a fight. Scorpion come up and just bust it.
Not Spider-Man Scorpion. He's talking about
this fuck that
Scorpion.
Guy.
Edit it.
Chameleon is in a building rooftop next to Kraven's when God damn.
Yeah, Matt Gargan can suck my dick. He can
when Hammerheads and the Enforcers, Montana. What is that?
Montana, Fancy Dan, and
Fancy Dan and Ox. Pull machine guns ready if Kraven fails.
They got machine guns ready.
Back inside the building, Spider-Man's spider sense goes off like motherfucker, and a bullet flies from Kraven's gun, shooting to the window.
Get closer.
Narrowly missing Spider-Man's head. Shots fire over and
a bullet narrowly misses his head through the window, and then he gets behind the drywall, like behind a wall, and shots are shooting through. There's it's kind of, it could do slow motion, but it doesn't have to. He's climbing. It's a really cool shot because it's kind of following him. It's not POV, but it's following him, and it's kind of in front of him. So drywall's flying, and he's crawling from floor to ceiling, leaping onto the floor.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Onto
Sit
the
wall.
wall.
Fuck down, you look like a retard.
Fuck you, dude. I'm a genius.
Kraven's mag runs out. Mag? You didn't even just put magazine? Anyway.
I knew you were going to say something.
You did?
Last night, I was like, oh, do I write mag?
It runs out. He quickly pulls it. You just changed the blue ink.
Shut up.
Oh, God. That freaked me the fuck out.
Okay, keep going.
Fuck up, computer. He quickly pulls up a compact tripod, harpoon, grappling hook. What does that say? Hurting?
I don't know what that says. During.
Oh, during.
Oh, that's something different.
Okay.
That's a note. That says during. During Spidey and Kraven's fight, Spider-Man is cracking jokes and snapping pics from his remote camera, like he had set up a remote camera in the corner.
Well, yeah, in both of ours, we should make it pretty clear that he's a wisecracking dickhole.
Yeah,
he's a fucking dick.
And so they fight for a short second, and Kraven's got a Bowie knife, and he's swinging out. Basically, Spider-Man's not doing anything except dodging, and then Spider-Man does a sweet Black Widow flip. You know what I'm talking about? And throws him through one of the office
onto that fucking
panes of glass. No, not out a window.
I know, but that would he's a fucking superhuman.
Yeah, but he does it in a way that he doesn't kill him. Because he's considerate of guys who are trying to kill him. Because responsibility.
Kraven takes a compound mode from his back and knocks an arrow back into this. Cocks an arrow back into
the so he's alright, so he zip lines in, he rolls in. He's got a compound bow, puts an arrow back.
So he's kind of like a modern Kraven?
Yeah, kind of a modern, he uses modern tech, kind of.
Alright, cool.
Except, if he uses a spear, then
he creeps into the hall and sees Spider-Man in the corner of his eye and tries to shoot him with said arrow. He dodges and knocks Kraven's bow away, and Kraven pulls out and doesn't get him pregnant. No, he pulls out his knife, and the two start to fight before Spider-Man quickly throws him through a floor to the ceiling window of an office.
Repeat that again, because nobody understood you.
Quickly throws him through a floor-to-ceiling...
Floor-to-ceiling window.
Window into an office.
Okay, great. Good job.
Your handwriting. Spidey, fuck you. That's you right now. Fuck you.
To me?
Yeah. No, that's you to me right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Look at that.
Don't show them.
No, they know.
Is nothing sacred? All right, keep going.
Spidey turns to leave, but just then the chameleon goes off to order the enforcers and Hammerhead to open fire. Oh, he orders the Hammerhead and the enforcers to open fire. He ducks behind the wall again as the rounds fly through the office space. With Spider-Man's Spider-Sense distracted, Kraven fires an arrow from his bow, slicing past Spider-Man's ribs.
So wait, so bullets are flying. So his Spider-Sense is already going off.
And he uses that. So Kraven ends up figuring out, like, oh,
kind of figures out.
He's like, this guy
kind of figures out, or kind of just unintentionally
you know?
takes advantage of it. Plus, he's been around animals, so animals kind of have an intuitive.
Yeah, they're that kind of
sense.
precognitive.
Yeah.
He manages to grab his camera and leaps off of a shattered window and swings away to safety. Okay, your turn.
So Kraven nicks him with an arrow.
Yeah.
And, like, slices him a little bit.
Because he dodges just in time. He just kind of.
And he grabbed his camera, by the way. Did you say that?
Like, yeah.
Okay, cool. He's like, oh, I need my camera.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Okay.
All right. Where are you? All right. Peter nurses his wounds. Like, maybe he lands on a rooftop and he's like, fuck, this hurts. And then the next day
I can't imagine. Fuck, this hurts.
At school the next day, Harry remarks that Peter's walking funny.
No shit!
You weren't going to make a sex joke? Ah, you missed it. You missed your opportunity. Okay.
Well, if we go with the whole Black Harry and
Osborn. Man, you walking funny.
Nigga, what's wrong with your legs? You look like...
Meanwhile, on the roof of Tombstone's...
That's so racist.
Meanwhile, on the roof of Tombstone's building, Kraven has a falcon on a falconry glove that he sends out into the air, just for fun. Chameleon speaks to Silver. She looks over to Hammerhead and whispers to Chameleon. She tells him she has a special request for him from her employer, Silvio Manfredi. Silvermane. Kraven's falcon returns, swallowing a dead bird whole. Peter sells his pics of the Kraven fight to J. Jonah Jameson, and the two have a funny back-and-forth negotiation before Jameson settles. Peter asks not to be credited this time to keep Kraven off his trail.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't work.
So Kraven knows he's Peter.
Kraven figures it out, yeah. But it doesn't matter to Kraven because he's not one of those that's like he uses it, but you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to release that information.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't, like, why would he? But he is pissed off that he was shown in a newspaper.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a wanted feud. Like, he's like Interpol's most wanted on that list. And also another connection you could do is, like, he has, like, a little brand on his neck. Like, maybe he has a couple tattoos and he has a brand on his neck, like Ulysses Claw.
And damaged?
No. But I would have, like, he maybe he has a vest, but the eyes, you know those, no! You know those lion eyes that he has on his other vest? Maybe he just has those tattooed on him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in black ink. But what I was saying is, like, you know how Ulysses Claw in Age of Ultron has that Wakandan brand right there on his neck? Maybe he has one of those. Like, maybe he was helping Ulysses Claw get into Wakanda.
Yeah.
Just a little connection. Maybe a little Easter egg. Doesn't matter. Doesn't pertain to the plot. Aunt-May and Peter make up. She notices his cut. He says it's nothing. But she's like, dude, are you Spider-Man? And he's like, no, I'm not Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm Spider-Man.
No,
The next day, Chameleon notices...
Wait, really?
No.
Oh, God.
Sorry. None of that is true. All right, it just ends with, he says it's nothing. And she's like, all right, I guess, because I'm the worst parent ever.
Okay.
You're not my mom. You're not my mom. You're not my real parents.
You're not my dad.
Your real parents abandoned you to go die in a plane crash. They would rather do that than hang out with you. The next day, Chameleon notices the Daily Bugle front page about the fight. Kraven is furious that he's been compromised. The Chameleon goes to the Daily Bugle. He puts on a synthetic skin mask in the car, disguised as one of the owners of the Daily Bugle. He talks to Jonah and
That's just fucking creepy.
And finds out, right? Chameleon's kind of the creepy guy in this. Like, Well, in everything, he's pretty creepy.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking...
The whole idea is pretty creepy. He talks to Jonah and finds out
I like that he's
it
the
was
first
Peter.
villain because he was.
Yeah, he was. That's kind of why I chose him, too. Peter Parker, who took the pictures. That night, Peter is out tracking leads as in Brooklyn. I wrote as Brooklyn. Craven breaks into...
It's just a moving city.
Craven breaks into Peter's house and threatens Aunt May, taking her hostage. Peter, I know.
Well, she's a fucking bitch anyway.
Yeah, I hate her.
You made Aunt May such a cunt. You're supposed to like that.
No,
woman.
she's likable, obviously, because she's a helpless old woman. But otherwise,
that makes you likable.
Like, no, but yeah, but like if you think about it,
Kim Kardashian.
like she's nice, but if you think about it, she's ridiculous. Like this is comic book Aunt May. I didn't write. This is basically just classic Aunt May.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's a cunt. The house. Can we say cunt? Sure, it's our podcast. We can say cunt. The house. Blah blah. Craven breaks into the house and threatens Aunt May, taking her hostage. Peter comes back in a Spider-Man suit. He's still in a Spider-Man suit. I just wanted to. So Aunt May doesn't know that Peter's just kicking Craven's ass, and basically he fights Craven, gets him out into the street, and just goes brutally hard, breaking his bones. Just beats the shit out of him. Peter comes back later that night in in his civilian clothes while police are like trying to calm down Aunt May, and he's like, and they're like, Aunt May, stop acting like a dumb bitch.
Cops like Aunt. He calls her Aunt May.
Yeah, he calls her Aunt May. He's like, Aunt May, and she's like, I've never met you. He's like,
shut the fuck up.
He's like,
and calm down.
I knew that was your name because you're obviously Aunt May.
We know who Spider-Man is, you dumbass. He's got comics he has for years.
Do you not know what comics are? Have you ever heard of Tobey Maguire? Like, all right, no, she'd be really intrigued. He comes back later in civvies, which are civilian clothes, and tells Aunt May that he was at Harry's, which she buys, but not really, but kind of.
She's like, you know what? It's possible.
She doesn't talk to him about it. You know what I mean? So she kind of knows he's Spider-Man, but it's like a don't ask, don't tell kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if he's gay or not. He is.
No.
No.
Shut the fuck up. They can't. Remember?
I don't know where I was going.
They can't.
So this is where it kind of tapered off.
Some of you guys got that.
He can't be gay. Oh yeah, he can't be gay. Sony's rules. Sony makes the rules.
Actually, that's Marvel's rules too, Sony.
No, that was...
No, that was Marvel's rules. Yes, it was.
You're wrong. All right, we'll look at this after the podcast. And
look it up right now.
Tweet us if you know the answer.
Don't.
All right.
Don't ask for tweets.
So, where was I going? So this is where it tapers off. I didn't finish because it's long as shit. I was writing since last night, wrote all night. That's what I got. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it kind of does, right? So it kind of tapers off. You can kind of make it go wherever you want. Where I was going to go with it. So where I was going to go with it is, so Craven and Spider-Man have had 2 confrontations now. Craven kind of knows who he is, but that doesn't really affect him. He just kind of, like, that just makes him hate him or whatever. So
Makes Peter hate Craven?
Well, no, it makes Craven hate Peter.
Okay.
And also it threatens Peter more. It's really more about threatening Peter more. Threatening Peter. So what I was going to have Chameleon's part be kind of is... The whole backstory there is Silver Sable's kind of getting Chameleon because she's... Sylvia Manfredi this whole time is kind of trying to undermine Tombstone. Sylvia Manfredi wants to be kind of the main boss. He doesn't like how much control Tombstone has over the city right now. And that
because Wilson Fisk is gone.
Yeah, and he's like, how do you get this much money? He's trying to figure out. Because Tombstone was really just a thug who was really smart and strong and a tough guy. And so suddenly he's risen to power because he's got this benefactor who's basically created his part of the mob. And he doesn't know who's giving him all this money. So Silvermane wants to figure that out. Silver Sable, who works for Silvermane, gives a lot of silvers.
That's fucking true.
They give...
They should make a joke about that in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, what's with all these? Can I be Gold Hammerhead?
Yeah.
Goldhead?
Goldhead? Silverhead. These are bad jokes. I'm sorry.
Silverhead. That's retarded. It's like second best. It's
Yeah.
like second place for giving head.
Yeah. So, fuck.
I'd give gold.
So what Silver Sable's trying to, she gets Chameleon, and what she's trying to do, she wants him to assassinate someone. So basically, the ending would culminate in Peter being attacked again, being set up, basically. So he's confronting these. He's kind of walking into a trap that he knows is a trap.
He willingly walks into a trap?
Kind of, yeah.
He's like, they're going to try and trap me.
But he still thinks he can take them because he doesn't know. So the Enforcers are there. It's an all-out battle. Hammerhead, the Enforcers, and finally Kraven comes in.
With those broken bones?
No.
Oh, it's after.
Twist! It's not a twist. But it's kind of like... So Tombstone, whoever's financial backing is, has scientific influence. And he gives him this kind of super soldier serum, like a knockoff super soldier serum. It enhances all his senses, it heals him up, makes him strong. Kind of like Emil Blonsky in The Abomination.
But he's not,
Incredible
doesn't
Hulk.
turn all giant
Except,
ugly.
No, but yeah, you know the first part where he's just like a super soldier?
Yeah,
He's kind of sickly. And so Kraven kind of gains like enhanced senses, and which has happened in the comics, except he gets it from like a magic potion or some bullshit.
We're not doing that shit.
No magic, except Doctor Strange.
It's actually technically not. Okay, yeah, keep going.
Anyways. So, and that concludes into an all-out brawl where Spider-Man beats everyone else, except Kraven just brutally beats the shit out of Spider-Man. Just fucks him up, and he takes off his mask, and they're in a burning warehouse, and Kraven's about to cut his throat. He takes off his mask. He sees, that he's really a kid. He's like, dude, you're just a boy. And he's like, whatever. And he's like, but whatever, you know too much, or whatever. And he's like, and also you're a dick. Like, you mocked me. and all this shit. He's a really egotistical guy. And he hates him for a lot of reasons. And he's like, you have to learn what it's like to be a man. You have to face consequences if you want to be a man. And he's about to kill him. The police are there. They start shooting at Kraven. Kraven's about to kill the police. Spider-Man swoops in, saves the police, saves Captain Stacy, or saves Jean DeWolf. Doesn't kill Kraven, but incapacitates Kraven and leaves him for the police. Knocked out. The Chameleon, meanwhile, he finds out from Kraven at some point, Spider-Man. Kraven gives this up on accident.
That Peter Parker is Spider-Man?
No, that Spider-Man... So Jean DeWolf kind of calls over cops too, keeps them from shooting Spider-Man. And so he puts back on his mask. They didn't see his face, but he puts back on his mask. And he zips off to go stop the Chameleon, who's at a gala in disguise as J. Jonah Jameson, who's tied up somewhere. He's hostage. And so he's in disguise as J. Jonah Jameson, and he's at a gala, like an important event. Captain Stacy is there, and Norman Osborn is there. It's the host. And he goes there, and the Chameleon's trying to assassinate Norman Osborn.
You ain't doing that shit.
But you don't... So the twist is that Norman Osborn...
Was the benefactor.
But they don't tell you... Silver Sable doesn't say, like, hey... Chameleon, we found out who the benefactor is, go kill him. She just says, we need you for something. And then you find out that's why later in an after credits scene. But yeah, Spider-Man stops it, basically saves the day. J. Jonah Jameson is a little embarrassed. And the Chameleon is sent to prison along with Kraven, who's sent to like a superhuman prison, I guess. And all of them go to prison. And that's kind of where it ends. And then you realize that Norman Osborn is kind of this malevolent force because he's the one funding Tombstone. And his, for his own gains. Did you know that was the twist?
No.
Who did you think? Really? Okay, I thought you were going to
I just thought the benefactor wasn't supposed to itself play a huge part. Just kind of was. Yeah. It's kind of cool that he does play a big part, though. It's not a big part,
it's secretly a big part. Like, he doesn't play... You don't realize he plays a big part.
He will play a big part
down
the road.
In the sequel, I would have Green Goblin throughout the movie being like a terrorist as Green Goblin, pretty much the whole movie, swooping in and fucking things up himself, and then Doc Ock is the main villain until and then because Green Goblin set him up or whatever. But that's a story for another time.
My sequel villain would ironically be Kraven.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. What would you
think
do?
Kraven needs exposition in a first movie first.
Yeah.
Which would help. I don't know if he needs it, but it would help.
Yeah.
And the third movie villain would... I don't know.
My third movie villain would be the Jackal. That's not a joke. That's not a joke. And I have some cool things on it, but we'll do sequels later. Next week or next episode's gonna be...
Fourth movie would be... No.
Godzilla.
Third movie would be Venom.
Third movie would be Venom. That would be my fourth
Because
movie.
after Infinity War.
Yeah, that would be my third or fourth movie is Venom. My third movie.
Venom has to be
Jackal.
a big movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people blame Sony for the wrong reason.
Would you want Carnage in it?
No, not until way later. Carnage should be in a Venom movie, not in a Spider-Man movie.
I don't even like Carnage that much. So yeah. All right. Cool.
No, but hold on. I gotta say this. People hate Spider-Man, Sony's decision in Spider-Man 3 for the wrong reason. Sony didn't fuck up by shoehorning Venom. They were trying to be a fan. They knew that fans wanted Venom. What they fucked up with...
and also they wanted to make toys and Halloween costumes.
Well, yes, but they also knew that fans would want Venom, and that would make... In turn, that would make them more money. But at least they knew that...
They knew that you wanted Venom.
No, they knew that fans wanted Venom, dude.
They
were excited at first whenever Venom was announced to be a villain.
Yeah.
Like,
I was excited.
And
I was like 10.
What they fucked up with... That's true. What they fucked up with was they hired a director that they knew from the start didn't like Venom.
Yeah.
You don't hire a director that doesn't like a famous character like that.
And just let Sam Raimi do his thing.
Then again, Sam Raimi fucked up Green Goblin.
If for the fourth one, Green Goblin was fine. I thought
he's not a one movie villain.
No, you're right, but I thought he did it fine for the way he did it.
No, Willem Dafoe was fine, but Green Goblin should be an overarching villain before he becomes a villain.
Yeah, because he's got some things. Also, my Green Goblin would be pretty cool. It would still be like the physical transformation, but actually look like Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Not like a little troll
shithead with troll hair,
doll. A troll doll with fucking
leprosy. I remember when
leprosy.
you told me that.
Yeah. So yeah.
You say next week is Godzilla?
Next week, yeah, our fanfic is whatever you want to call it. Our movie ideas.
All right.
Godzilla. I got some ideas. Do you
So
have ideas?
I fucking shit tons of ideas.
Let's not tell each other because that's going to be a lot more exciting.
King Ghidorah. No, I'm kidding. Not for a sequel.
Mine is for the first one.
For the first sequel?
What do you mean the first sequel? Sequels are succession.
You want to start like a new Godzilla series?
Yeah, with King Ghidorah.
No.
You'll see. All right.
That's not a first movie.
I understand.
That is the Green Goblin of Godzilla.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to do it. We'll find out next week.
Does King Ghidorah die? Because if so, then no.
You'll find
it doesn't work.
You'll find out next week.
If you do that I swear to God, if King Ghidorah dies and the sequel is Mecha King Ghidorah, I'll fucking kill you.
Why the fuck would I do any
Okay,
Mecha?
good.
Anyways, alright. I hate all the Mecha Godzillas and whatever. I don't really like Mecha Godzilla. I don't understand it. It doesn't really make any sense.
Neither does dinosaurs.
Think Space Godzilla could be done well.
Just don't call him Space Godzilla.
Also
it's a lame ass name.
Also, my sequel to that would be
my seek.
Well, you have to hear the first one first, because otherwise the sequel doesn't make any sense. All right,
you can just tell me the sequel villain.
I'll tell you after we're done closing off the podcast.
Fine. What the fuck ever.
Wait. Say goodbye.
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 I'm Noah.
I'm Shane.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Or don't.